Thunder split the heavens before the heavens themselves could react. Across the silent ocean of stars, a streak of lightning tore open the void, violent, sovereign, untouchable. Within that roaring brilliance rode a figure who seemed less like a man and more like a decree of destiny, descending upon the cosmos with the weight of inevitability. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating. A streak of thunder cleaved through the boundless sea of stars, rending the silent cosmos with a trail of incandescent light. Within that blazing current rode a thunder beast, its single silver horn veined faintly with gold, as though it had been forged from the marrow of lightning itself. Arcs of electricity coiled around its massive frame, illuminating its majestic form in flickering brilliance, as if it were a sovereign born of the tempest. Seated cross-legged upon the thunder beast's broad back was Wang Lin. His hair drifted without wind, rising and falling as though stirred by unseen currents of heaven and earth. His eyes shimmered with a restrained radiance. Though his features were unremarkable, there was something about him, an invisible gravity, that rendered the ordinary sublime. He seemed less a man and more a decree of the heavens-given flesh. Any who beheld him at this moment would without hesitation take him for a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. In bearing and in spirit, he was almost indistinguishable from Thunder Taoist himself. Were a true messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple to encounter Wang Lin, now even they would be shaken. 900 years of relentless cultivation had carried him to the late stage of ascendant, the very same realm Zhuge Zai had once stood upon in his prime. If Zhuge Zi still walked this world, what thoughts would stir within him upon seeing this sight? The insignificant junior he had once treated as a mere pawn had ascended to such towering heights. On certain lesser cultivation planets, a late-stage ascendant cultivator was nothing short of a supreme existence. There they were, akin to gods, unquestioned, unchallenged. None would dare provoke them. After a full year spent refining celestial spiritual energy, Wang Lin had finally reached this summit. Only a single step remained. One final tempering of his cultivation and domain, and he would stand at completion, ready to attempt the stride toward the second step. Yet how many could take that step? The second step of cultivation was shrouded in an abyss of difficulty so profound that those bound to the first step could scarcely comprehend it. It was a realm beyond imagination. Though Wang Lin had not yet crossed that threshold, his clashes with illusory yin cultivators had granted him fleeting glimpses of its terror. The power of the second step was vast, immeasurable, like the difference between a candle's flame and the sun. The first step alone was already fraught with peril, he murmured inwardly. Looking back upon these 9 centuries, danger lurked at every turn. A single misstep, a breath's hesitation, and my soul would have scattered into nothingness. If not for Senior Zhou Yi, I would have perished attempting to break into the ascendant stage. His gaze deepened. If the first step was so cruel, then the second step must be even more merciless. It too must hold its own trial of life and death. I wonder, will I be able to pass? For a fleeting moment, uncertainty flickered across his eyes, but it vanished as swiftly as lightning. One who follows the will of the heavens remains mortal. One who defies the heavens becomes immortal. As long as my Tao heart remains unshaken, I shall overcome all tribulations. His eyes shone with fierce brilliance. And beyond that, the third step. Even the all-seer, a being of unfathomable wisdom, had yet to reach it and still struggled in endless pursuit. What kind of realm was the third step? What magnitude of power did it command? How would it compare to the might of an ancient god? A trace of anticipation surfaced in Wang Lin's expression, yet he knew the truth. The third step was distant beyond reckoning. It was uncertain whether he would even glimpse its threshold before his lifespan ran dry. The 3 steps of cultivation are like ascending a mountain whose peak pierces the firmament. Each step steeper than the last, each trial harsher than the one before. I do not even know how many realms lie within the third step. He paused, eyes drifting toward the silent cosmos. And beyond that, could there be a fourth step? His right hand gently stroked the Thunder Beast's head. Lightning coursed through his fingers, yet it did not harm him. Instead, it seemed to submit, flowing around him like a loyal servant. "Does the fourth step truly exist?" he whispered softly, as though questioning the ancient stars themselves. But the universe remained silent. The Thunder Beast surged onward, carrying him toward Planet Thousand Illusion. Planet Ran Yun, where fragments of his sealed memories still lingered, was a place he had no desire to revisit. "It is time to investigate the Moongazer Serpent on planet Xianxia," he thought. "I require a vast number of celestial ascension fruits. The Huan family, they are my best option." Though slower than the star compass, the Thunder Beast still crossed the void with astonishing speed, leaving streaks of lightning in its wake. "My original body has absorbed the spiritual energy of a small planet. Its strength now stands at 4 stars, yet it still lacks the aura of a fully matured ancient god." His eyes brightened faintly. "Perhaps within the all-heaven star system I may find what I seek." A memory stirred. The Moongazer Serpent is a parasite that dwells within the body of an ancient god. If even a trace of that ancient aura remains. Another recollection surfaced. On planet Tian Yun, a messenger from the Cultivation Alliance once arrived with a star sable. That creature is exceedingly sensitive to the aura of an ancient god. If such a beast were at my side now, it would greatly aid my search. The Thunder Beast let out a thunderous roar as it tore through the void. Half a month later, Planet Thousand Illusion emerged before Wang Lin's eyes. His expression was calm as the Thunder Beast descended. As it approached, countless thunderclouds gathered from nothingness, rolling across the heavens. The roar of thunder reverberated through the sky, shaking the firmament itself. The cultivators of Planet Thousand Illusion were immediately alerted by this awe-inspiring phenomenon. The Thunder Beast pierced through the atmosphere, descending like a heavenly calamity. Suspended in mid-air, it lifted its massive head and unleashed a roar. That roar was not merely a sound, it was the embodiment of all thunder beneath the heavens. The gathered storm clouds answered its call. Bolts of lightning crashed down from the sky in blinding torrents, explosions erupting across the horizon. Just as when Thunder Deist had once descended upon planet Ran Yun, every cultivator on Planet Thousand Illusion trembled. Their bodies quaked. Their souls shuddered beneath the overwhelming might of thunder. After the third seal had been released, the Thunder Beast's inherited power had surged dramatically. It was no weaker than an illusory yin cultivator. Wang Lin frowned slightly. He had no intention of drawing such attention. With a light slap upon the Thunder Beast's head, the creature immediately ceased its roar, the storms gradually subsiding. It then shot toward the ground in a streak of lightning. Guided by memory, the Thunder Beast sped directly toward the Huan family estate. Before he could fully approach, the cultivators of the Huan family flew into the air. Han Fengshen led them at the forefront. Horror and apprehension filled their eyes as they gazed upon the advancing tempest. When they clearly saw Wang Lin seated upon the Thunder Beast, several could not help but cry out in shock. The Huan family would never forget him. Seated upon the Thunder Beast's head, Wang Lin's eyes flickered with faint arcs of lightning as he spoke calmly, his voice carrying the weight of thunder. "Huan family head, step forth." Huan Fengshen inhaled deeply, suppressing the turmoil in his heart. He stepped forward respectfully and cupped his hands. "Huan Fengshen of the Huan family greets Lord Messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. I failed to recognize Lord Messenger before. I hope Lord Messenger will not take offense." Wang Lin offered no explanation and merely said, "There is no need to revisit the past. I ask only this: do you possess a method to obtain a large quantity of celestial ascension fruits?" Celestial ascension fruits. Han Fengshen's expression changed. A bitter smile appeared upon his lips. "Lord Messenger, this matter." Wang Lin's eyes narrowed slightly. Beneath him, the Thunder Beast began to growl low and ominous. Huan Fengshen sighed, a resolute light surfacing in his gaze. "Very well. The Huan family will relinquish our opportunity to enter the Thunder Celestial Realm in 100 years. All celestial ascension fruits we have collected shall be presented to Lord Messenger. Wang Lin's expression remained calm, yet his mind stirred. The words carried hidden meaning. Could the celestial ascension fruits be linked to the opening of the Thunder Celestial Realm? He had once heard from Sunsi that the Thunder Celestial Realm would open in a century's time. His face betrayed none of his thoughts as he gave a silent nod. The Huan family possessed a considerable number of celestial ascension fruits, but even that would not suffice for his needs. It seems Wang Lin thought, coldly, gently stroking the Thunder Beast's head, that I must borrow the name of the Thunder Celestial Temple and sweep through the northern domain and gather more. The 5 great planets of the northern domain within the all-heaven star system each governed countless subordinate cultivation worlds. Upon those worlds stood innumerable clans and ancient families, their fates intertwined beneath the vast shadow of the Thunder Celestial Temple. Seated upon the Thunder Beast's back, Wang Lin did not hesitate. He guided the creature directly toward the domain of the Qian family. Within the Qian clan, the second step elders had long since entered closed-door cultivation, severing themselves from worldly affairs. Thus, all matters great and small rested upon the shoulders of Qian Qizi. The instant Wang Lin stepped into the skies of Planet Thousand Illusion, Qian Qizi sensed it, and when he beheld Wang Lin astride the Thunder Beast, his heart shook. In that moment, he became certain the words spoken by the Huan family's ancestor had been false. This man was no impostor. He was beyond doubt a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. 70 years earlier, during the battle against the Huan ancestor, this very person had revealed heaven-shaking treasures and profound spells. Even now, recalling that scene made Qian Qizi's heart tremble. The messenger my Qian family once relied upon perished within the Thunder Celestial Realm thousands of years ago. Qian Qizi reflected silently. Within the all-heaven star system, unless one belongs to the ancient lineages, survival demands reliance upon a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. He hesitated. The decision he made today would determine the Chen family's path for generations. Alas, all of the second step elders remain in seclusion. I dare not disturb them. If only there were someone with whom I could deliberate. As Qian Qizi wrestled with uncertainty, Wang Lin descended upon the Thunder Beast, heading straight toward the Qian family's city. The Qian city was vast, several times larger than that of the Huan family. After all, they stood as the foremost clan upon Planet Thousand Illusion. Qian Qizi, accompanied by several clan cultivators, quickly emerged to receive him. Though Qian Qizi's cultivation surpassed Wang Lin's, the status of a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger towered above mortal distinctions. To offend one would be to court calamity. Upon the Thunder Beast's back, Wang Lin's expression remained serene. His gaze swept across the gathered cultivators before settling upon Qian Qizi. Senior Qian Qizi, he said evenly, "It has been a long time." Qian Qizi laughed softly, cupping his fists. "I dare not accept the title of senior. Lord Messenger's status is exalted beyond measure. Though my cultivation may be marginally higher, let us speak as equals." Outwardly composed, inwardly he was shaken. In less than a century, this man had advanced from the early stage of ascendant to its late stage. Though still within the first step, such speed was nothing short of astonishing. Only the cultivation arts of the Thunder Celestial Temple could produce such a miracle. Yet what unsettled Qian Qizi most was not Wang Lin but the Thunder Beast beneath him. The creature's aura had grown ferocious beyond measure. When its gaze fell upon Qian Qizi, he felt as though he were facing a cultivator of his own realm. 70 years ago, I suspected he held high standing within the temple, Qian Qizi thought. Now I am 70% certain. Wang Lin smiled faintly. Very well. Fellow cultivator Qian Qizi, I have come to request celestial ascension fruits. Qian Qizi fell silent. The celestial ascension fruits were vital for entry into the Thunder Celestial Realm. Yet securing the favor of a temple messenger was of even greater consequence. His hesitation stemmed not from the fruits, but from Wang Lin himself. Within the all-heaven star system, once a family pledged itself to a messenger. It could not serve another until that messenger perished. With my Qian family's resources, we could support a second-step messenger. Qian Kuizi pondered. But those at that realm are arrogant beyond reason. Their price is steep. This man's cultivation is still lacking, yet his potential is boundless. Though this is a gamble, should I wager correctly. If a clan lacked a temple messenger's backing, it forfeited the temple's protection, a perilous vulnerability. The Thunder Celestial Temple was a colossal presence shrouding the all-heaven star system like a vast storm cloud. Its governance differed greatly from the Cultivation Alliance of the Alliance star system. The temple maintained exactly 99 messengers, no more, no fewer. Each of these 99 held numerous subordinate families cultivating personal spheres of influence. Such was the unique structure of the all-heaven star system. Thunder Taoist's dominion had not lain within the northern domain. His presence there had been temporary, an investigation born of confidence. That confidence had led to his fall. Had Wang Lin confronted him within his own sphere of influence, Wang Lin would undoubtedly have died. After a long silence, Qian Kuizi exhaled softly. The Huan ancestor's words still linger, he thought. Finally he spoke. Lord Messenger, my Qian family possesses many celestial ascension fruits. We are willing to present half as a gift. However, I have one request. Wang Lin's gaze remained calm. Speak. I wish to see Lord Messenger's temple token. His eyes narrowed slightly. If no token appeared, the deception would be exposed. But if it did? Wang Lin's gaze turned cold. Without a word, he struck his storage bag. Thunder Taoist's jade token flew forth, crackling with lightning. A surge of thunderous might radiated outward. Qian Kuizi had once seen such a token before. The moment he felt that aura, all doubt vanished. His posture grew deeply respectful. Lord Messenger, he said solemnly, my Qian family wishes to form an agreement. When you reach the yin-yang stage, we shall become your subordinate clan. Until then, we will strive to meet your needs. Wang Lin's face did not change, though his thoughts stirred. Subordinate families. So temple messengers could cultivate their own forces. He did not inquire further. We shall discuss this another time. Bring me the celestial ascension fruits. A trace of disappointment flickered within Qian Kuizi's heart. Without surrendering their bloodline inheritance, true allegiance could not be forged. His hesitation may have cost them a future opportunity, but now was not the time for regret. Soon a clan cultivator arrived bearing a storage bag and respectfully handed it to Qian Kuizi. This contains half of my Qian family's fruits, Qian Kuizi said, tossing it forward. Wang Lin swept it with divine sense and nodded. The quantity rivaled that of the Huan family's offering, yet it was still insufficient. Many thanks. With a clasp of fists, he patted the thunder beast's head. The creature roared, transforming into a bolt of thunder that vanished into the horizon. Qian Kuizi watched the fading lightning, regret lingering in his eyes. Had he been more decisive, Wang Lin had obtained merely 1/5 of what he required. Planet Thousand Illusion had changed greatly over the past century. The Shu family had vanished without trace, migrating in secrecy. Over the following months, Wang Lin swept across the northern domain, borrowing the authority of a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger. From great cultivation worlds to humble minor planets, he descended like a herald of lightning. A rumor began to circulate that a temple messenger was gathering celestial ascension fruits. Yet Wang Lin suppressed it swiftly through his authority. The whispers survived only among cultivation clans. Many families had never before beheld a temple messenger. They welcomed him with extravagant ceremony. Overawed by his title, nearly all offered a portion of their celestial ascension fruits, just as the Qian family had done. In time, whenever Wang Lin appeared, fruits were presented without question. Some lesser clans even implored to become his subordinates. After careful reflection, Wang Lin refused them. The matter was too weighty. He bore no enmity toward these clans, nor did he wish to entangle them. If his identity were exposed, they would suffer first. Through these encounters, Wang Lin gleaned fragments of understanding regarding the fruit's role within the Thunder Celestial realm and why, Clans so eagerly pledged themselves to temple messengers. The celestial ascension fruits accumulated steadily until he possessed far more than required. Yet he continued gathering them. Within the Thunder Celestial realm, their value would be immense. Half a year later, Wang Lin and the Thunder Beast once more became a streak of thunder racing through the cosmos, this time toward planet Xianxia. Among the star-strewn heavens drifted luminous nebulae, their mists swirling like dreams. Thunder rolled ceaselessly as the Thunder Beast advanced with astonishing speed. If this journey succeeds, Wang Lin mused, the metal element of the heaven-defying bead will be complete. Then, it should acknowledge a master. I wonder what powers it will reveal. Anticipation flickered within his eyes. Along the way, he withdrew the billion-soul soul flag and searched the memories of the old man, famed for his escape techniques. He committed every method to memory. Those spells had once left a profound impression upon him. Had circumstances allowed, he would have studied them long ago. Planet Xianxia drew nearer. After half a month, its distinctive mist came into view, thicker than when he had last arrived. The streak of thunder approached, rumbling across the void. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed. Without hesitation, he plunged into the dense fog. From within, resounding roars erupted. When those roars reached his ears, Wang Lin's eyes lit up. The fog was incomparably dense, so thick that even Wang Lin's divine sense could not extend far before being swallowed by its murky depths. It was as though the mist itself possessed a will, deliberately smothering perception. The Thunder Beast let out a low roar and plunged forward. Lightning wrapped around its body in crackling arcs as it descended through the shroud of vapor. Wherever the thunder passed, vast swathes of fog melted away, torn apart by the violent brilliance. Seated steadily atop the beast, Wang Lin's eyes flashed. With a slap of his storage bag, the seven-star sword formation shot forth, revolving at high speed. Swordlight interwove into a radiant vortex, carving open a path through the mist. Having once ventured here before, Wang Lin was no longer unfamiliar with planet Xianxia. He did not rush. His descent was measured so slow that it bordered on cautious stagnation. Each time the Thunder Beast growled impatiently, eager to accelerate, Wang Lin pressed it down with a silent command. Though slow, their advance was steady. With the seven-star formation clearing the way, they gradually approached the planet's surface. Wang Lin silently calculated the distance. Based on his previous experience, when less than 1,000 feet of fog should have remained, a sudden chill pierced his heart. A sense of crisis erupted without warning. The Thunder Beast had sensed it even earlier. Before Wang Lin could issue a command, the creature twisted violently, changing direction and retreating in a streak of lightning. A slender tentacle flashed past, like a phantom blade slicing through the space Wang Lin had just occupied. It moved so swiftly that it seemed only to puncture a small hole in the fog. Had they descended recklessly, there would have been no escape. The tentacle swayed once, then withdrew, but not before it coiled around the seven-star sword formation. A terrifying constricting force surged forth, dragging the formation downward. Wang Lin's face darkened. The instant the tentacle touched the swords, he felt his control severed. The connection to the formation trembled, as if submerged beneath an overwhelming will. This tentacle... His eyes narrowed thoughtfully. A memory surfaced. He inhaled sharply. It is nearly identical to the third form of the Moongazer Serpent. The Moongazer Serpent possessed 3 states. The first was its dormant state, motionless, devoid of offense. That had been the condition he encountered on his first visit. The second was its mutable state, in which its tentacles retracted and it assumed shifting forms. That was its ordinary mode. But the third was the assault state. In that form, every tentacle extended to its utmost length, capable of stretching as far as the serpent's own immense body. To encounter it thus awakened meant only one thing: flee or perish beneath endless lashes. Wang Lin's expression grew increasingly grim. When I came here before, there were 2 Moongazer Serpents, one dormant, one asleep. Why have they changed? And to which does that tentacle belong? His gaze drifted toward the final 1,000 feet of fog. If he withdrew now, all the effort spent gathering celestial ascension fruits would be wasted. Worse still, the seven-star formation would be lost. To lose a treasure before even reaching the ground. A resolute light flashed in his eyes. He would not retreat. Patting the thunder beast lightly, he urged it forward once more, this time without allowing it to roar. Breaking through the last veil of mist, his divine sense surged outward unhindered. What he saw caused him to draw in a cold breath. The land below bore no resemblance to the past. The swaying vegetation he remembered had vanished. In their place stretched a grotesque forest of dark red tentacles, rising from the earth like veins of some monstrous heart. They pulsed faintly, exuding a mysterious power that made his scalp tingle. Carefully sweeping the area with divine sense, Wang Lin exhaled in slight relief. Only 10,000 feet in length. It is approaching the third form, but not fully awakened. His brows furrowed. Yet without external stimulus, it should not have transformed this far. Someone must have come here within the past century. He pondered further. Even so, it would be difficult to provoke such a change. Something is amiss. Leaping from the thunder beast, he spoke as though addressing a stubborn companion. You can sense the dangers here. If you refuse to revert into the war chariot form, you endanger us both. The thunder beast swung its massive head, lazily casting a disdainful glance at the writhing tentacles below, as if dismissing them as insignificant prey. Wang Lin frowned but chose not to argue. He advanced silently, careful not to disturb the air. Weaving between the tentacles, he moved like a shadow drifting through a crimson forest. Each tendril in his eyes held the power to tear apart even a great cultivator. Suddenly, one tentacle ahead lashed toward him with explosive force. The violent wind it generated whipped his hair backward. The air cut against his face like countless invisible blades. But Wang Lin had been vigilant. At the instant the tentacle moved, he noticed the subtle tremor at its root. In a flash, he teleported so swiftly that only an after-image remained. The tentacle shattered the illusion and slowly retracted, returning to stillness. Reappearing high above, Wang Lin's brows knit tighter. To intoxicate the Moongazer Serpent with celestial ascension fruits, they must be applied to its sensitive region, the roots of the tentacles. But with them extended like this, after brief contemplation, he slapped his storage bag. A vast number of celestial ascension fruits flew out, encircling him in a floating halo. His eyes gleamed. Refine. Crisp, cracking sounds echoed as the fruits burst apart, dissolving into streams of crimson liquid that gathered into a suspended sphere. Wang Lin formed hand seals and spat a mouthful of origin energy. It enveloped the liquid, transforming into blazing flames that refined it further, distilling out a dense red mist. Grasping the mist in his palm, Wang Lin dove downward and pressed his hand toward the earth. The red mist surged outward, spreading over a 1,000-foot radius. It engulfed the tentacles like a crimson tide. In mist form, the fruits were far more easily absorbed. Within the affected area, dozens of tentacles gradually slowed their writhing. Their dark hue shifted toward a flushed crimson, like mortals succumbing to intoxication. Seizing the moment, Wang Lin descended, carefully slipping between them. The tentacles ignored him entirely. Relief flickered through his chest. He landed. From ancient god memories, he knew the serpent's weakness lay at the tentacle roots. Even slight stimulation there could affect the entire body. Working swiftly yet cautiously, he refined batch after batch of celestial ascension fruits, dozens at a time, into red liquid. After placing restrictive seals upon them, he guided the liquid into the roots of each tentacle. All the while his divine sense remained fully extended. The crimson hue of the tentacles began fading. Time was short. After infusing the final root, Wang Lin shot skyward. Almost instantly the mist dissipated. The tentacles darkened once more, but along their lengths bulges formed and traveled downward, vanishing into the earth. Wang Lin recognized the scene at once. The Moongazer Serpent was expelling the toxins, just as a mortal purges waste. Above, the Thunder Beast had been watching impatiently. Disdain burned in its eyes. With a snort, it lunged toward the ground, unleashing bolts of thunder that roared across the planet. "Damn beast, come back!" Wang Lin shouted sharply. Too late. The earth trembled. Every tentacle froze, then shot upward in unison, converging upon the Thunder Beast. There were too many. At first, the Thunder Beast remained contemptuous, lightning surging through its body and into the tentacles, seeking to incinerate them. But in the next instant, a strange power flowed through the tendrils. They flared with blinding red light. The entire planet turned crimson. The tentacles moved with terrifying speed, coiling around the Thunder Beast in layers upon layers. No matter how fiercely it struggled, no matter how violently thunder exploded outward, it could not sever even a single tendril. From afar, Wang Lin's expression turned ice-cold. In its third form, the Moongazer Serpent was extraordinarily sensitive to sound. The more the Thunder Beast roared, the tighter the coils constricted. The disdain in its eyes vanished, replaced by dawning fear. "Stop roaring!" Wang Lin transmitted coldly, already retrieving celestial ascension fruits once more. Deep within the core of planet Xianxia, inside a vast cavern, a thin figure sat cross-legged. Before him loomed an enormous furnace, encircled by arm-thick tentacles that writhed continuously, as if siphoning something from within. The old man's face was gloomy. Suddenly his eyes snapped open, darker still. The cavern walls trembled. Dense red mist poured inward, accompanied by foul-smelling filth, tinged with lightning, the stench overwhelming. The old man was Greed, and if Wang Lin had been present, he would have recognized at once. This was the very place where the Moongazer Serpent absorbed nourishment and expelled its waste.